well, that's not what a human would have written pretty clearly. And there's some unexpected stuff. And, it made some really simple examples. And one of the examples is actually wrong. But we didn't change it. We're like, well, this is the thing that it output, we'll just leave it be. We don't want to go in and monkey around with things. And so historically in machine learning, you always, it's like the rule was you have to know your data set really well. But now we're kind of outsourcing that to the AI itself, where the AI it's the AI's job to understand the data set and figure out where are the failure modes and where are the kind of robust reasoning strategies that the model that the agent could use to get better performance.
How much of it is like the output is much better prompts, and then how much of it is like the harness itself, context stuffing or summarizing in the right way or re-ranking in the right way, so that like you have some number of like mega LLM calls, and then how do you get the most out of each of those calls?
Yeah, and so that definitely varies per problem. But what we've seen, in fact, our last paper at DeepMind was not doing this recursive self-improving stuff, but we were showing that you could build these harnesses manually to solve really hard problems. And what we saw is that we manually optimized the prompts really hard for these very hard problems, and that got us a little bit of the way. In this particular case, the hardest task we were working on, we got like to 5% performance with Gemini 1.5 Flash. This was a while ago, and then when we added on the reasoning strategies, we went from 5% to 95%.
Oh my God.
And so this is typically what we see, like everybody's out there kind of doing some amount, I wouldn't say everybody, but many people are out there kind of doing some amount of automated prompt optimization. JEPA is this very popular paper. Everybody's kind of re-implementing that will get you some performance improvements, but it's very far from everything that you can get if you actually think about these reasoning strategies that are really going to be written in code rather than in just better prompts.
So if startups want to use Poetic to put their agent on stilts, what should they do?
Yeah, so right now we haven't released anything yet.